have seen him play. Sports history is full of significant events. But time treats a great moment no differently than it treats the most simple of seconds. It moves on, standing still for no one. But this one you will be there for. This is the one you've seen coming from 69 miles away, knowing that the 70th would be special. And just like any moment in time, after it happens, it'll be gone. But you know that there will be something great about this one. This one you'll always remember. This is the 156th meeting between the Chicago Bulls and the Milwaukee Bucks, but no game has been bigger than the one about to be played this evening as the Chicago Bulls attempt to make history live from the Bradley Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's the Chicago Bulls going for an NBA record 70 wins against the Milwaukee Bucks. And hello again, everyone. I'm Steve Cashel. Welcome to the Ford Dealers Warm-Up Show as we welcome you to Chicago Bulls basketball here on Sports Channel. Well, here we go. You know, Bulls fans have been talking about a 70-win season for months now, and the time has finally come. This is the fourth and final meeting of the season between the Bulls and the Bucks. The Bulls have won the previous three. Now, the Bucks have had a very poor season. They are 30 games under 500, but are coming off a mighty impressive win over the Orlando Magic Sunday night. And for more on tonight's game, let's go out to the Bradley Center in Milwaukee. Say hello to our play-by-play team. Here's Tom Dorr and Johnny Redker. Gentlemen.
All right, thank you, Steve Cashel. And Reds Bulls take on the Bucks tonight. As we talk about the Chicago Bulls and the season that they put together, you've got to discuss the big three, Michael, Scotty, and Dennis Rodman, and what a super job they've done all season long.
Now, Michael is going after an unprecedented scoring title again. He's tied with Wilt Chamberlain now. Scottie Pippen, he's gone through some bruises, some aches and pains. At one time talked about the MVP of the league. Dennis Rodman going through a suspension and some timeout early in the season, but he still came back in time to lead the NBA in rebounding.
What a ball club this Bulls team has been this season. What a record they put. 69 wins and a chance for number 70 tonight against the Bucks, John. A team with Glenn Robinson and especially Vin Baker, who's playing very well.
Vin Baker's done an outstanding job. Here's a guy that goes to the All-Star game now for the past couple of years. He's done a great job. 21 points a game, almost 10 rebounds. He'll be ready to play here in the Bradley Center tonight.
But the big story, obviously, 70 wins. As you look around the center tonight, it's almost, well, it's a lot of black and red at least, maybe not almost all. And as the Bulls came out tonight, John, a huge ovation for them. It's almost like a home game, and what a huge game it is to have here.
Well, it was almost like the OJ trial. They had the helicopters following the bus down here from Chicago.
What a show it is, and we'll bring it all to you right here on Sports Channel. Right now, let's go back to our studio one more time. Here's Steve Cashel.
Tom and Johnny, thank you. Coming up, we're going to hear from Norm Van Leer and have more pregame breakdown of tonight's game as the Bulls not only go for 70, but also try and win their fourth in a row and 10th in their last 11 games. We'll continue with Chicago Bulls basketball on Sports Channel right after these messages.
Of the Bulls right now, you want to go in with a nice little rhythm of winning. I think right now you have to take this game, and you say you don't want to undermine anything. Let me tell you something. You better focus, try to get this game out of the way and get it done, because we got a lot of hype. We got a lot of people, I'd say, focusing in on 70 wins. So the team needs to demonstrate that they need to win this game, get it done, and focus in on getting ready for the playoffs, because this can upset the apple cart if you get something and relax too much, Steve, because of the 70 victories that everybody's hyped up about. Without that, if they weren't going for that, we wouldn't have all the news and everything going on right now. It'd just be another basketball game.
Is there a lot of pressure, though, on this team for tonight? I mean, I said they look nice and relaxed, but in the back of their mind, they're saying, we better not lose tonight because we have a chance to do it tonight.
There's no pressure. I mean, look, first of all, like I said, their position. They have everything sewn up and everything else. What they need right now is just focus in and play this basketball game and not worry about it.
Norm and I will see you at halftime. Back to the Bradley Center, Tom and Johnny. Tommy?
All right, thanks once again, Steve Cashel. As we prepare for basketball here at the Bradley Center, the Bulls looking for win number 70. Let's take a look at Phil Jackson's starting lineup. And it's got Ronnie Harper and Michael Jordan in the backcourt, Scottie Pippen and Tony Kukoc at the forward, and Luke Longley in the middle. Dennis Rodman will come off the bench for this one. For the Milwaukee Bucks, they made a late change. Sherman Douglas and Johnny Newman, Robinson and Baker at the forwards, and Randolph Keys Call him a forward, call him a center. That's basically what we got. Lou Canella standing by on the baseline. What do you got, Lou?
Guys, I was in the locker room for about 45 minutes earlier. Business as usual. A couple of members of the team spoke to the media. Assistant coach Jim Clements, who played on that Laker club back in 71-72, fielded a ton of questions. No Michael or Scotty. They stayed behind closed doors. That's not uncommon. Steve Kerr did say that there was a different feeling in the locker room today. They're starting to feel the pressure because of all the media, but believe me, guys, they want to get this milestone behind them so they can move on to the playoffs. Back to Tom and Johnny.
All right, thanks, Lou. Our officials for tonight's game, Joe Forte, Ron Elysiak, and Leroy Richardson. Got an obscure fact. If the Bulls were a baseball team, their 69-9 record would translate to a baseball record of 143-19.
Oh, boy.
That is strong.
Better than Cleveland was last year.
Luke will go up, jump center, and Keys had it tipped away. Scotty comes up with it, loses it, gets it right back. MJ right side with Vin Baker on him. Drives the baseline. Michael kicks it out to Tony. Harp wide open three. And the rebound tipped out. Scotty fights for the long rebound, can't get it. Ball down, loose ball out of bounds, and it will be Bulls ball, I believe it is. On the year from the floor, the Bulls are at 48, Milwaukee 47%. Fresh 24 on the clock. Luke, go give it right back to Pip. Tony, his pass deflected inside. Scotty, great fake pass to Luke for the jam. What a super start for a team looking for a great record and a big mark at 70 wins.
Big thing here is not to let Johnny Newman get off. He has had some big games against the Bulls.
Sherman Douglas is fouled going to the basket. Johnny, he's had back-to-back pretty good games, 24 and 23 points, and shot the ball very well the last couple.
Ronnie Harper with his first foul.
I think you bring up a good point about Johnny Newman. He's a guy that when he gets going can really take the pressure off Robinson and Vin Baker. Douglas.
But you talked about how well the Bulls started with that last possession. Here it is, Scotty making a move. He gets Keys underneath to make a move on him, and then up and hammering it down is Luke.
Sherman Douglas with a chance for the early tie. Buck shows some very soft pressure. Scotty gets it right back with Johnny Newman on him. Michael comes across with Keys guarding him. On top, Harper. Buck's trying to deny. They're playing the passing lanes here. So let's see if the Bulls can get a couple more layups. That's generally what the Bulls do. Michael fades away. Shot clock at one, and he hits.
Michael's had some very, very big games. In the 3 games here, he's averaged almost 37 points a game.
Robinson on top for Vin Baker. Like to start Baker high with this kick-out pass, then he goes down to post up. Lately, teams have been fronting Vin Baker. Robinson inside, kicks it up. Michael knocks it out with 2 on the shot clock. They got to get a shot very quickly. They do. Tough and fade away from the corner. And Sherman Douglas with the offensive rebound. In the lane, puts it in.
Oh, that's something when the smallest man out there gets the rebound, goes right back up in your face on a good defensive rebounding team. Pip with a 3.
Way off, and the rebound pulled down. Douglas down the floor, finds Johnny Newman off balance jumper, short. Scotty lost it. Oh, what a pass. Down the floor. This one will go for 2.
Yes. Ron Harper did what Pippen tried to do, get that ball over his head. Harp got it out to Michael. He just hammered it down.
Phil Jackson looks at Scotty and he says, keep the pressure up on Glenn Robinson. Douglas with it on the wing. Johnny Newman will go away, set a screen. Here comes Vin Baker. Baker lost it. Out of bounds, Bulls ball with 9:30 left in the first, and the Bulls holding a 2-point lead.
Something else here. The Bulls have had in a 3-game series 14 blocked shots to their 4. Luke the leader with 8. So the Bulls' interior defense has been pretty good.
Bulls start 2 guards high. Tony goes down out of the way. Scotty into post up. Michael got fouled going for the pass.
Keys picks up the first foul. A little different starting lineup here they throw at the Bulls. They take out Benoit Benjamin, the 7'2" player. And you think that Mike Dunleavy might want to match him up when Rodman comes in.
Tony with it on the wing. MJ finally comes off the screen. He's got Vin Baker on him. Fade away Michael. No, but Tony right there for the jam.
Boy, a catch and a slam. Good rebounding offensively by Tony.
8-4 now, Bulls with the lead. 3 minutes gone in the first. Newman looks down, finally goes inside for Vin Baker. Luke falling down, and a foul call.
Talk about Harper on that no-look pass over his head. Watch this. He gets a steal from Sherman Douglas and just knows that the red shirt is down there. Who is it? Superman. Dun, dun, dun.
I like that. Dun, dun, dun.
He was in the closet changing the phone.
Douglas pops out. Glenn Robinson makes the move. Way off, and Tony right there for the rebound. Gets it out to MJ. Bulls lead at 8-4. Michael stops. Long deuce on the way. Nope. Scotty again with the offensive board. Had it knocked away. 4-on-2 break. Right side Keys just inside the 3-point stripe. Sherman Douglas with yet another offensive rebound. In the lane, put it in.
So Douglas has 2 baskets, and they've got them both off offensive rebounds and putting them back in.
So the Bulls lead back to a deuce. Douglas knocks it away and hurts himself. Sherman Douglas down on the floor. Robinson 4-3. Rebound cap, no good. Michael comes up with this one. 3-on-2, Bulls break to Scotty for the jam.
Yes, sir. Nice play by Michael. Sherman Douglas trying to take the offensive foul. It wasn't there.
10-6 now, Bulls with the lead. Sherman Douglas put on a pretty good show here in the early going. Baker turns and looks. Goes by on the baseline. Luke will pick up the personal foul.
Boy, the 2 times that Baker was able to go at Luke, he drew 2 fouls at him. One was a non-shooting one, but this is a shooter. And here's the one on Michael coming down, a no look. Watch him look over here at us and let it go to Pip. Pip in over Sherman Douglas and a cram. Boom. Pip. Nicely done. Vin Baker off the back of the rim with his first free throw. Dennis Rodman. Yeah, Dennis comes in for Luke Longley.
Makes some sense. Luke's got the 2 fouls, and Dennis can guard Vin Baker. I mean, size-wise, that's not a problem.
Oh, we saw a couple weeks ago that he was guarding the whole second half. He guarded Shaq, and I think gave up only 11 points in that second half to him.
Bulls lead at 10-7. Pip gets it to Michael. Harper in the lane, cuts through, and a foul call. Ronnie Harper going to the basket. We'll go to the line for a couple. How about our Electric Avenue Montgomery Ward Things Are Changing board? Bulls Road record. Start at the bottom. 92, 93, 26, and 15. Work your way up. 24, 17, 19, and 22 last year. This year, 31 and 8. And yes, John, things are changing.
And they've got a game here tonight, a game in Washington on the road to add to that.
11-7 now, Bulls with the lead. And make it 12. Full court pressure now. That's the guy they want to have handle the basketball. Vin Baker can do it. But you make him work a little harder. Tony knocked it away. Baker comes inside.
Goaltending.
But what a block.
Yeah, that wasn't going near the basket, but it won't make any difference. That was going to be short. They come back and a good job, but Vin Baker gets a couple there.
12-9 Bulls with the lead. Hip right side, MJ down to post up. Tony comes in, hands it off, Dennis Rodman underneath, couldn't get it. Rebound taken down by Robinson.
Not a good reverse by Dennis. Looked like he could have slammed at it, but
long deuce from Vin Baker, and Dennis right there. Leading the break, gives it off to MJ. Scotty wants the lob. He was looking for the lob. He pointed up, and MJ didn't see him. We'll get a timeout on the floor. 6:31 left, first period. The Bulls lead the Bucks 12-9.
We've seen Dennis Rodman enter tonight's game to play the center position and replace Luke Longley, who's been hit with 2 quick fouls. Dennis could see a lot of action at center this evening because Bill Wennington is questionable, according to the coach. He was still limping around at practice today after being kicked in his left calf. So let's keep an eye on Rodman at the big position tonight. Back to Tom and Johnny.
when you get as old as Bill, you might call it your left cow when you're with the Bulls, right? Calf, that's for a young man, Billy.
Bulls with a good start, 5 of 10, just 2 for Milwaukee. But they've done the job on the free throw line. Make it 3, sorry. Douglas between the circles. Has the screen roll going. Glenn Robinson, top of the circle, jumper wouldn't stay, but Vin Baker right there.
Third offensive rebound.
Harp goes left side, Rodman. Out to Michael, MJ. Long deuce goes in. Don't be confused, the white line is the college line, the purple line, the NBA three-point line. There you see the 2 of them. 14-11 now, Bulls with the lead. Douglas goes by Ron Harper, lost it in a foul call. Ron Harper called for the personal, and he went right by Harper.
That's his second foul, and we saw Kenny Anderson do that with Charlotte, the game they lost at home. They just attacked right down the middle, and the Bulls were a little bit porous with Luke not in the game. So nice job, Sherman Douglas off here. 6 points he's got.
Makes the first. Sports Channel like to welcome our affiliate U.S. Cable, viewers in Michigan City, Indiana. Steve Kerr checks into the game. Ron Harper will lead. Douglas has had a good start. Tony turns and looks, gives it right back. Scotty for 3. And that's another $50 to charitables from Carex, muffler and brake.
Glad you brought that with you. I hope you use it a lot tonight.
I do too. Douglas goes down low. Vin Baker, fadeaway jumper, and Baker with the acrobatic move.
So 15 points, 7 by Baker, 8 by Sherman Douglas, and that's what the Bucks have on the scoreboard.
Tony Kukoc put it up, couldn't get it. Rebound tapped around. Scotty fights for it, pulls it in. Fresh 24 on the clock for the Bulls. Scotty wants the one-on-one with Johnny Newman in the lane. Hip, short. Keys gets it ahead. Sherman Douglas with the fake. Finds Keys right back. Inside Johnny Newman for the lay-in.
So the first guy outside of Douglas and Baker to score puts them in a tie with 4:25 to go.
Tip on the wing, goes down to the corner. Rodman will come out and set the screen. Michael comes off of that. From 16, MJ. Nope. And Newman right there for the rebound. Michael 3 of 6 from the field. Newman had it knocked away. Whoa, what happened to that one?
He went down the middle, and the ball didn't come down. Pippen another 3.
Back to the rim. This time Keys gets it out again to Sherman Douglas. Vin Baker wide open underneath. Finally, Rodman came over to help out. Now Newman for 3, couldn't get it. Glenn Robinson with the offensive rebound. They're doing a great job in the offensive backboard. Baker in the lane, another fadeaway jumper.
9 for Baker.
And you see Phil wants a timeout. 3 minutes. minutes, 23 seconds left in the first, and the Bucks have their first lead at 19-7 over the Bulls.
Located in Forest Park, Farrar Pan Candy Company has brought confectionery delight to millions. Also bringing sweetness into people's lives is the 96 Chevy Cavalier. With a mouth-watering high-gloss exterior and 10 tasty colors to choose from, the Cavalier comes loaded with air, ABS, and dual airbags. And with more horses than Escort or Civic, it packs more power than a whole box of atomic fireballs. Well, maybe not a whole box.
Did you ever get the feeling that you were witnessing a piece of sports history unfold right before your eyes?
And they are all on their feet here at the United Center.
The Chicago Bulls on a mission to bring the title back where it belongs. Jordan, Pippen, Rodman, Kerr, Kukoc. If you thought the Bulls started in impressive fashion, wait till you see how they finish. Sports Channel, what Bulls fans want. The show doesn't end until we say it does.
Thank you very much, Sports Channel.
Go live in the locker room and get the players unedited.
You got all these guys going to scores, the strip joints, saying naked women and things like that. That's all they were talking about yesterday.
Uncensored.
Surprised my underwear's not frozen right now.
They say it like it is. Live in the locker room.
What's happening, Lou?
Sports Channel style.
The Legend Championship is coming and playing every single night and playing to win.
Complete live coverage only on Sports Channel.
On Thursday, April 18th, when the Bulls battle the Detroit Pistons, is Apple Computer Hat Night. The first 10,000 fans entering the United Center will receive a Bulls hat compliment of Apple Computer.
Back at the Bradley Center, in the 3 previous games, they've only averaged 19 assists, but some pretty good ball movement here as it goes down to Keys and underneath to Johnny Newman. Nice passing, and they take a 2-point lead here.
Well, Bucks are doing a great job on the backboards. 5 to 3 offensive rebounds and 10 second chance points to 4 for the Bulls. Michael with a one-on-one on top. Steve Kerr over to Tony for 3. Tony Kukoc couldn't get it. Rebound comes out long to Steve Kerr. Bill Wennington into the ball game for the Bulls. Lou had talked earlier how he was questionable. Wennington with Johnny Newman on him. Out to Tony. Shot clock at 14. Kerr in the corner. Baseline jump for Steve Kerr. First bench points for the Bulls comes with just under 3 minutes remaining in the first period. Tied at 19. Vin Baker. Kerr doing a nice job coming down to help out. Out to Robinson for 3.
You leave the wrong guy open, you pay for it. And you let Glenn Robinson get off, the one thing you don't want to do.
Kukoc looks for the open man, gives it back to Steve Kerr. Shot clock at 9. With Newman on him, Michael fakes the 3, fakes again. Shot clock at 2 and 1. Michael free throw line jumper.
Johnny Newman working hard on it, but Michael just puts the ball down on the floor, comes to the dead stop up in the air, and knocks it in for a deuce as the buzzer's going on. Have we seen that before?
A couple times this year and other years. Derek Cummings gets set to check in. Baker, nice pass to Robinson, fouled by Dennis Rodman. That's a good give and go. There's Terry Cummings. Randolph Keys will leave.
Man coming down the lane gets the ball, and Rodman goes up to keep him from dunking. Well, they started off slow, but they've come back real strong here. It's almost like they had to play through the first 2 minutes of the emotion of the Bulls, like being on the road.
That's a good point, John. Ball knocked away. That's a very good point, because this is a crowd that's pretty impartial right now.
Yep.
MJ brings it up on top. 2 guard high, Tony and Michael. the corner. Bill Wennington with a fake. Comes inside underneath. Had it knocked away. Dennis Rodman put it up, and he got fouled.
Robinson on foul. That's his second, I believe. Nope. Sorry. It's Sherman Douglas. Bill drives the lane. He goes by Vin Baker. Baker thought he was going to take the outside shot, and it just hits off the rim. Dennis gets the rebound and tries to go back up, but he was fouled.
Well, he said he was going to work on his free throw shooting. Yeah. Dennis hits that one. You see the rebounds, field goal percentage, and minutes 29. Now 8 of 16 from the free throw line.
He hasn't got an awful lot of minutes, and it's because the Bulls have beaten teams big time.
It's got to be a foul on Terry Cummings, and it is.
Or is it on Ben? Is it on Terry?
I think it should be on Cummings. We'll see.
Yeah. Dennis couldn't get loose the rebound, and Terry Cummings, the old veteran from DePaul, ball is in the air, and
him holding on.
Yeah.
So Dennis will get a go.
Yeah, they're in foul trouble here.
Blackhawks playoff coverage continues on Sports Channel. The Report is your Chicago headquarters during the playoffs. Join us as we go live from the United Center for all the post-game interviews, press conferences. The Hawks battle the Calgary Flames in Game 4 right here on Sports Channel next Tuesday. Tied at 22 now after the attempts. Corner three, and it's good again from Glenn Robinson. And Johnny, this is not what you want to see if you're the Bulls. You don't want to see their big guys get rolling early.
Yeah, I never figured that out. There's two.
Lob to Tony. Oh, that's beautiful.
Beautifully done. Rodman with the little lob. Kukoc puts it in. I never understand that. Robinson with 2 3-point field goals, and he's standing still on a 15-foot stripe, and he misses it.
Baker backs in against Wennington, puts it off the glass. Nope, and Dennis right there for the rebound. Back to Michael, ahead to Steve Kerr.
There's Tony.
He was the trailer. MJ in the corner. Nice fake inside. The jam.
What elevation! What elevation for Michael. He's got 10. Wow. That's the thing that makes Mike a little bit different than a lot of other guys. In half court, he dunks.
Yeah.
I mean, you see big centers doing it, David Robinson and Hakeem, but he puts the ball down, flies through everybody, and hammers it down.
We talk about finishers, right? Douglas comes off the screen, running one-hander. Nope. Wennington with a rebound. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Michael going to try and finish again, and he does. Bucks with 3.8 seconds remaining. Vin Baker brings it up the floor, running for three, short. We played one period here at the Bradley Center in Milwaukee, and the Chicago Bulls on the road lead the Bucks by 3.
The Bulls 36 minutes from NBA history. Let's take a look at a couple plays here. Michael Jordan, we talk about him dunking in a half court. Here he comes down around everybody and powers up, slams the ball in. And then when he can't do that, Steve Kerr hits him. Michael just weaves a little right, little left, little duck, little layup. Bulls with a 3-point lead.
Lee Mayberry comes in. Randolph Keys back in. Terry Cummings. There's Keys right there in the corner. There's Terry Cummings with a baseline jumper, and he's done that a lot in his career, hasn't he?
Yes, sir.
Bulls lead cut back down to 1. Almost too high. Wennington does get a chance to save it. Kerr with Mayberry on hand. Bounces it inside. MJ with a fake. Baseline fadeaway jumper, side of the backboard. I think got partially blocked, I'm not sure. Keys top of the circle. We'll take a long three. And Terry Cummings right there for the rebound. Baseline, and he's got 2 in a row.
Again, they score off the offensive rebound. The Bulls eliminate those. That's 12 points. 12-point difference.
Wennington gives it back to Scotty. Pip with a fake. Shot clock at 9. Got lots of time. Kerr down low. Michael. Then Baker comes over to help. MJ shot comes up short. Terry Cummings with a rebound.
That's two of them that came down real short on him.
Now Johnny Newman backs it out. Baker holds his dribble in the lane, puts it in.
Boy, he's got some of the best down low moves. The Bulls cannot stop him. Their big men cannot stop Vin Baker. Not many guys in the league.
No, I was going to say that's a good point.
Mike missed his last two jumpers a little short.
Now he wants Bill Wennington to get out of the way. Comes in the lane and he got pushed as he was going for the shot. First quarter stats now for the two teams. Bulls were 12 of 24, Bucks just 9 of 22. Bulls with 9 assists compared to 4 for Milwaukee. Ron Harper comes back in. MJ gets a break. Sean Respert, their first-round draft choice, actually traded for him. Comes in, Johnny Newman checks out. Rodman bounces down low for Ronnie Harper. Just back into the game. Wennington from 15, back to the rim. That wasn't close. Respert tried to save it, out of bounds. Bulls ball. Fresh 24 on the clock.
Phil looked around the official at Wennington. Yo, what were you doing with that? Well, I really wasn't going to shoot it, but when I got up in the air, I had to do it.
When in doubt, shoot. Harper on the wing. Goes down for Scott. Hit. Running. Nope. And Keys gets it out to Sean Respert. 31-28. Bucks with the lead. Keys with it down to the corner for Terry Cummings, the baseline jumper, and he's got 3 in a row.
Boy, he came right in and got 6 quick points.
33-28 now. Steve Kerr had it knocked loose. Kerr tried to go up and get it. Tipped it to Scotty in the corner. Saved. Here comes Sean Respert. Respert 4-3. Rimmed out, and Wennington with a rebound. Rodman with it down low. To Wennington. 16-foot jumper. Partially blocked. Yep. Respert 8-0 this period for the Bucks. Inside Vin Baker. And a foul call
for Wennington. The 2 shots that Bill took, it looks like what Lou reported on earlier about that kick in the calf muscle. It gives him a tough time to elevate, and here comes Luke Longley back in.
Bill Wennington leaves. I talked to Luke a little bit before the game, and he said he feels so much better now than he did at almost any time since the All-Star break. His legs, he said, feel 100% better. So you back in tune and all that, and he said, forget all that. My legs feel better. Shot comes up short, and Dennis Rodman gets it ahead to Scotty. Luke goes down, posts up, now comes out, set the screen. Pip, top of the circle, jumper goes in.
First basket for the Bulls here with 8:25.
7 for Pip now. Got a 3-point Milwaukee lead. Respert goes down low. Cummings has been really hot. And keeps it up.
4 for 4. An old teammate of his with the Spurs, Dennis Rodman.
5-point Milwaukee lead now. Rodman turns and looks at it, knocked away. It goes right to Scotty. Pip lost it, loose on the floor. Rodman comes up with it. Back inside. Scotty fadeaway jumper. Nope. Luke tried to tip it. Now gets it. Back to Scotty inside. Pip got hammered. Goes in. And he really got a tough hip check.
Telling Luke you got to slam that ball, so he did. Long he got the ball up here. Just missed the tap. Gets the ball, throws it out to Pip.
And that's what you're talking about right there. When he threw it out, Scotty wanted him to hammer it. Keys and Baker come out. Roy Benjamin comes in, along with Glenn Robinson returning. Very short. Mayberry there with a rebound. 35-32, Milwaukee with the lead. Harper looks like now he's going to guard Glenn Robinson. He's got it on the wing. Robinson backs in. Scotty comes over to help. On top, Sean Respert for three. Cummings had a
good save by Luke.
Rodman brings it across the timeline. Looks for a guard. Look out. Harper, right side, Steve Kerr around the screen. Baseline, gives it back to Longley. Shot clock at 7 as he put it up. Looked like he got hammered. Oh! Scotty missed the dunk. It went in and came back out again. Respert up the floor. That's a guy with a hot hand into the corner. Another three attempt, and this one will go.
That looked like he was flat on the line, but Respert gets the three.
38-32 now, Milwaukee with the lead. Rodman had it knocked away by Terry Cummings. Missed it, and Rodman with a rebound. Cummings just missed the layup.
Good hustle by Scotty and Rodman, chasing down the older veteran.
Phil wants a timeout. 6:25 left first half, and Milwaukee has the lead, 38-32 over the Bulls. What's your favorite Bulls moment or game from this season? Send your response to scbulls@aol.com, and Stephen Norm will read some of the responses after the game. Hey, coming up on Sunday, it's a 24-hour Bulls marathon highlighting the most exciting games of this record-breaking season. We'll see the comebacks, the close ones, Michael and Magic, and a lot more. Chicago Bulls Championship Tour starts Sunday night on Sports Channel, what Bulls fans want.
Michael in the game now, so that means Johnny Newman gets the defensive call. They've outscored the Bulls 13-4 in this quarter.
There you see part of the reason why. 6 of 11 for the Bucks, 2 of 10 for the Bulls. MJ, Benoit Benjamin comes over to double team inside loop. Quick pass, 3 seconds. Yep. Five to 1, the turnovers. Not the good guys with the 5. Newman goes down low, but on Benjamin out to Terry Cummings. Is he going to miss?
Absolutely. He's got 10 points on 5 shots. I think you stay at home for a while and let Benoit Benjamin try to make a basket on you.
Longley, and Benjamin will be called for the push.
Bulls down by 8 here. They want to score 4 points in this quarter. You got 5:41 to go. Very, very low scoring for the Bulls.
MJ uses the screen by Luke, off jumper. Oh boy. Tony capped it, but Benjamin comes up with it. Things just not going the Bulls' way at all right now. Glenn Robinson with a fake.
Now, if you're Robinson, you want to get the ball to Terry Cummings.
He did. It was a tough way to do it, but he did. Out to Sherman Douglas. Cummings claps his hands. He wanted it back and gets it. Benjamin blocked by Luke.
Yes, sir. Listen to this place, the Bradley Center, hollering Luke. Little fancy Dan move, and that's why I say you don't have to double him to start out this thing.
12 on the shot clock as Douglas has it on top. Cummings up high for the screen roll. Bounced it, lost it. Scotty comes up with it.
He did double dribble, but it took him a long time to figure it out. Pip bounced it, got up, and then started to, caught it, then started to dribble out of the. So it took Joe Forte quite a while to realize it. Now here's Pip. He dribbled it. Now he comes back up dribbling.
It's all fresh 24 on the clock for Milwaukee. 15-4, Johnny. We were talking about a 13-4. They've added the 2. Inside Glenn Robinson.
And he's all over him. And don't bump him, Glenn. You got to call a T. You got to call a T. And you think he would call a T? Don't do that, Dennis, at home or on the road. I mean, he came up very close to
almost bumped him. That's right.
We've seen what had there. There's the technical. Now finally he gets him with the technical, but he worked him over pretty good.
Benoit Benjamin and Terry Cummings go over to talk to him. And I tell you, the response as he walked away, as the official walked away, could have gotten him a second tee.
So Michael looking for his first point here in the quarter. He had 12 in the first. Got 13 now with that technical foul. The Bulls need a little bit of a spark here. Now 7. See if that gives it to him.
Kukoc really took a shot from Terry Cummings. With Robinson on him. Bulls isolate this matchup. And he got fouled by Glenn Robinson. Got him on the arm.
That's what they were trying to do, get a foul on Robinson. They got him upset a little bit, so he hangs on Tony. And now watch Mike Dunleavy. If he gets to the bench, yeah, he's going to come with Keys, who started the game, Randolph Keys.
First thing coming up at halftime, we've got our Chevy and Geo Dealers halftime report. Gail Goodrich, Tyrell Joyner at Michael Jordan's restaurant, along with Cash and Norm. All that on the halftime report, brought to you by the Chevy and Geo Dealers. Tony will try and hit the second one now.
Bulls have missed 5 free throws.
And John, as bad as it's been, it's just a 6-point Milwaukee lead. Douglas with Michael on him. Right side Newman. Benoit Benjamin wanted it. Johnny Newman with a leaner. Not even close, and Rodman right there. Bulls with a chance to cut it to 4 now. MJ makes the move. On top, Luke from 16. Nope. Rodman tried to put it up. Looked like he might have been held on the left hand. Down the floor. Benjamin wide open, and Scotty got the foul.
Scotty takes the foul on Benoit Benjamin. Real hustle play by Pip, his first. He really went back there. Benjamin still hanging on the other end. And if you want to go into television and be a cameraman, oh, watch out, Pip. Down to shoot. Oh, right in your living room. So Terry Cummings sits down. What a job. 10 points. 2 things, right? 10 points he got. The 12 points they got off of offensive rebound. So Pip saved a point, didn't he?
Glenn Robinson, the big dog, got that technical foul.
And it's a wonder. He came close to getting a little bit more.
Yeah, he almost got tossed. He came very close to it. 41-34, Bucks with the lead. MJ comes off the screen. Makes the move in the lane. Hangs just off. Rebound Benjamin. Gets it out to Johnny Newman. Newman goes right to the basket and slams it.
The door open for Newman. He gets his 4th point. Wide open, and they open a 9-point lead. You said they were just hanging 6. Michael's shooting there.
MJ is 6 of 14. Kukoc, top of the circle, down low Scotty. In the lane, Pippen with the easy one, can't get it. Luke over the back with a chip, and Vin Baker right there. And Dennis picks up the foul.
Not a good foul, so the Bulls really losing it a little bit here.
Milwaukee continues to play that passing lane deny defense, and Bulls just can't seem to get anything rolling offensively. Douglas with it on the wing. Baker will come across and post up.
Michael, yep.
Trying to get it.
Steal.
Douglas has an afterthought shot the ball.
And that's the biggest lead of the night, 11 points.
45-34 now, Bucks with the lead. Luke bounces back to Tony. Kukoc with a runner off the glass. Nope. Rebound Scotty inside with a fake again and slams it.
He let everybody go by him that time.
So the Bulls cut it back to 9. Very low-scoring quarter for the Bulls. Douglas got it, and a foul call. Tony Kukoc came over to reach in, and they'll count the basket. We've got a timeout. 2:08 left in the first half, and the Bucks lead the Bulls 47-36.
A lot of engines perform on race day at the Indianapolis 500. And no matter what machine they're powering, they're expected to put it all on the line all day long. And when it's a Briggs & Stratton engine, well into the night, make sure your power equipment is powered by Briggs & Stratton.
Earlier this season, the Milwaukee Bucks knew that they needed a point guard to run their offense. They went out and got one. They traded away Todd Day to the Boston Celtics for the General, Sherman Douglas. Here he goes driving to the hoop. Douglas has had a huge first half against the Bulls, 12 points already, and this could be bad news for the Bulls. I am told by the broadcasters for the Bucks that when Douglas plays well, the Bucks usually win. Let's keep an eye on Sherman today.
Well, he's the guy that makes it happen for them. Lee Mayberry came in and played for a while, but he's just not the guy that makes it happen. Very short, and Rodman right there. By quarters, you see the field goal percentage. Bulls just 19% here in the second.
22-8 this quarter, and you're down in less than 2 minutes.
Steve Kerr comes around the double team, down low for Luke. Luke with a rolling hook. How about that?
I like it.
47-38 now. Luke with 4 points. Benjamin looks for the open man. Newman down low. Baker with a quick jumper. (49-38). Bucks with the lead. Longley gives it to Steve Kerr. Right back to Luke from 16. Luke can't get it. And the Bucks allowing the Bulls just no second chance opportunities whatsoever. Douglas along two. And Michael with a rebound again. Bulls need to get something going here in the last minute. Steve Kerr.
Whoa, it looked like he was on the side. This is the lowest point production the Bulls have had in a quarter in a long time. 10 points.
Three from the wing. Nope, and Michael right there. Well, the Bulls have had opportunities here down the stretch in the second period. MJ 4-3. Nope. And again,
nobody underneath. They're going to go into halftime locker here with a nice lead. Bulls with only 38 points at halftime.
There you see the difference. Shot clock, game clock. Douglas between the circles. On top, Vin Baker for three. Way off. Michael with a rebound. 5 seconds left. Down the floor. Open Dennis Rodman for the slam. Baker will get off the three. Look out. And it bangs off the backboard on the right side. We played one half here at the Bradley Center in Milwaukee. And the Milwaukee Bucks with a great second quarter lead the Chicago Bulls 49-40. Now let's go back to our studio. One more time, here's Steve Cashel.
All right, Tom and Johnny, thanks a lot. Back here with Norm Van Leer. So getting easy isn't as easy as we're going to think, right?
Yeah, well, I think right now the adrenaline's going, and the start that the Bulls have, they're missing shots that I think they're a little too pumped up to go. But at the same time, if Milwaukee can be this pumped up to play the Bulls on this particular game, why don't they do this every game? There's too much talent there not to play the way they're playing right now.
All right, well, the largest lead so far for the Milwaukee Bucks was 11. Right now they lead by 9. Coming up here on the Chevy GL Halftime Report, Norm and I will break down the first half and have highlights. Also hear from Gail Goodrich, who played on that Lakers team, which won 69 games. Also, check in on the 70s party going on at Michael Jordan's restaurant. But before we go to break, let's look at tonight's payday sweet move of the half. Michael to Scotty. Big jam right there. Pip with 11 right now, but the Bulls trail by 9, and we'll be back with more right after this. Welcome back. Bulls have beaten the Milwaukee Bucks 78 times in the 17 years they have been playing against one another, but you can bet no win will be bigger than tonight's in Milwaukee as the Bulls hope to post an NBA record 70th regular season win. Here's what it's looked like so far from the Bradley Center in Milwaukee. Bulls out to an early lead. Michael makes some noise on this one. Michael with 13 points so far at the half. Bulls led by 3 after 1. Then Vin Baker having a big game, and those big guys are hurting the Bulls.
Well, they're going down low and they're running patterns right now. And I think, honestly, that's the difference. And when you get an opportunity to run the fast break, because the Bulls are taking a lot of outside shots and missing. So they're playing right in the hands of Milwaukee right now.
Johnny Newman with 2 right there. And right now, Michael with 13, Vin Baker with 13. And the Bulls trail by 9. Now up next, we're going to hear from former Laker Gail Goodrich. And we're back with more right after this. Welcome back. We all know the Bulls are trying to break the record for most wins in a single season, and the team they are trying to beat for that record is the 71-72 Lakers team, which featured players like Jerry West, Wilt Chamberlain, Happy Hairston, Jim McMillan, and Gail Goodrich. During our pregame show tonight, Gail Goodrich, who averaged 26 points per game that season, joined us live and had these thoughts about the comparison of his Laker team and the Bulls going for 70.
We went out and just had fun. Early in the season, we had the 33-game streak that really sort of everybody then started to look and see really how good we were. We were 6-3. Next time we looked up, we were 39-3. And you know, I think that the Bulls this year, I've heard that basically the same thing has happened when they went on their 18-game winning streak. That sort of put them over the hump, you sort of say, and then they really thought that they could, you know, really go after the 70 win.
Norm was one guy who played against that Lakers team. You always told me Gail Goodrich was one of the toughest guys you had to stop.
He was one of the toughest people I ever played against, only because he moved without the basketball. And anyone that plays this game of basketball organized-wise know that when you play defense, anybody moves without the basketball, it's a tough task. Let me tell you something. The toughest guard I played against in that regards.
All right. We're at halftime. Bulls trail the Bucks by 9. We'll be right back, but first, tonight's other NBA scores. Norman Al will be hosting a party this Thursday for the Bulls-Pistons game at Bridges Scoreboard Restaurant and Sports Bar located in Griffith, Indiana, which is just 20 minutes from Comiskey Park. 3 miles off of 8094. Trivia and our usual show. Come join us at Bridges Scoreboard in Griffith, Indiana. Among the big parties in town tonight, watching the Bulls go for 70, the one at Michael Jordan's. Dyro Joyner is there. DJ?
Well, Steve, the Bulls may be down right now, but the spirit here at Michael Jordan's isn't down. The fans are still supporting the Bulls in their quest for 70. Joining us now are the Lovables, who could not make it to Milwaukee tonight, but they're here in spirit. And guys, is there any message you'd like to send out to the Bulls in their quest for 70 tonight?
Bring home that 70th win!
Now again, the girls want the Bulls to bring home that 70th win. Now guys, if they don't win it tonight, a lot of these women will be at the game on Thursday when they play it here at the United Center against the Detroit Pistons. Steve, back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks a lot, Dyro. Norm and I will see you after the game when we return after this timeout. Back to Tom and Johnny's second half action. Bulls trail by 9 at the break. See you.
Chicago Bulls basketball is brought to you in part by Budweiser, official sponsor of the 1996 Olympic Summer Games. This Bud's for you. And by Electric Avenue Montgomery Ward, the store for great prices on brand name electronics and appliances.
Welcome back to the Bradley Center. I'm Luke Ellis alongside assistant coach Jim Clemens, and team shoots 38% from the field. Were they a little tense as they approached this game?
Well, we didn't play the first half that we anticipated playing, and give Milwaukee credit. You know, they came out and they played a good first half. We've got to do a better job defensively, being active, trying to create some more turnovers, and do a better job rebounding. Rebounding is one of the strengths that we thought we had, and they converted some second shots into points for them.
If these guys can pull it off and win their 7, you get any mixed feelings on your part?
No, I'm happy for this ball club. I mean, they've worked hard all year. It's something that they deserve, and records are made to be broken, and we'll just have to live with that.
Thanks, Coach.
All righty.
Back to Tom and Johnny.
Thanks, Lou. JC, first half stats brought to you by Payne Weber. The Bulls on the ball game, 50% in the first quarter. Second quarter, 24%. Milwaukee 41 and then 48. See, three-pointers, Bulls struggling. Free throws just 5 of 10 compared to 8 of 11. Rebounds just about the same. Bench a big difference. 9 points the difference on the bench, or off the bench with points. And the difference in the game is also 9. Bulls' previous low in a quarter was 11, February 15th against the Detroit Pistons. Bulls got 12 in the second quarter this evening.
Well, 5 for 21 in that quarter. Michael 0 for 5, so the Bulls have some work to do here. But the biggest thing they've got to do is keep the Bucks off the offensive board. They're not a good rebounding team, Tom.
I was just going to say, welcome back to the Bradley Center. Bulls take on the Milwaukee Bucks. Along with Johnny Kerr, I'm Tom Dorr. Terry Cummings was not scheduled to start. Now he does come in. Randolph Keys comes out because the Bulls start Dennis Rodman in place of Tony Kukoc here at the start of the second half.
Most teams have regular substitution pattern, but I like the coaches that say, hey, the guy had a good first half, I'm going to go with him the second half.
Exactly.
Give him his time today.
Sherman Douglas had a great first half, John. He was their spark plug. Robinson finds Vin Baker with a fadeaway jumper. And Michael there for the rebound. 49-40. Bucks with the lead. MJ down the lane, lays it up short. Rodman right there with a putback.
You might see Michael do a little more going to the boards, too. Rodman with 5 points now.
The outside shot just did not seem to work for MJ. He got a couple early, and then after that, just could not get one to fall down. Newman drives in, just threw that one up.
Yeah, he did. He was going to travel or throw it up, and it went up in the air, came down through it.
Johnny Newman with 6 points now. 51-42, Bucks with the lead. Michael goes on top, Ronnie Harper. Rodman with it on the wing. Harp with 6 on the shot clock. Long range deuce off Michael there with a tip. Couldn't get it. Rebound tip down. Should be Bulls ball, and it is.
You say a lot of time going off that clock. Not much getting done.
Fresh 24 on it. MJ makes the move, gets cut off. Luke from 15 back of the rim, and he has got to start hitting that shot.
Yeah, he's leaning a little bit on that shot.
Robinson goes down low. Terry Cummings, who did have that great first half, 5 of 6 from the field. Baker gives it right back to him. Fadeaway Rodman right in his face.
Yeah, Rodman put a lot of pressure on that fadeaway that time.
51-42 is the Milwaukee lead. Michael got cut off. Blocking foul on Johnny Newman.
And 2. His first team.
Biggest lead the Bulls had was 3. Their biggest lead was 11.
Scotty goes by, kicks it out. Ronnie Harper for the tray. Boy, it just won't fall. Luke had it knocked away, and Vin Baker with a good second effort got the rebound.
Harp's getting the open shots on the outside, just not knocking them down now.
Baker for a long 2. That one's off. So both teams start very cold here at the start of the second half. Michael pushes it up. Shake, fake move. Out to Scotty. Fakes the 3. And Dennis Rodman will come to your picture in a second here. Luke, good spin move. Underneath layup. Yeah. Counting these fouls.
He started to come to the middle, Tommy, and he saw where Terry Cummings was playing him. Cummings was playing him on the inside, so he spins, comes down the lane, ducks inside of Terry, and lays it up, and TC hooks him over the shoulder. Nice job here by Luke.
Chance at the three-point play. A lot of missed opportunities, Jack. 5 of 11 from the free throw line. 51-44. Bucks with the lead as Douglas has it on the wing. Vin Baker comes across. Baker makes the move, backs inside in the lane.
Look at how close he got. Look at how close he got in there.
Johnny, I would think you'd want to start trying to deny the ball into him and make them go to the top or do something else. Michael, top of the circle with Newman on him. Gets bumped. Fadeaway. Tough fadeaway jumper. Nope. Rodman tipped it. Couldn't get it. Glenn Robinson with a rebound. Rodman saying he was held again.
The Bulls not making a dent here right now. Big Dog with a big long three.
Both teams with a number of opportunities here at the start of the second half. Pip tries to answer with a 3 attempt. Luke right there with a jam. And Mike Dunleavy wants a timeout. And Phil Jackson saying, guys, run your offense. We got a timeout on the floor. 8:47 left in the third, or we got a 20. Looks like he called a 20-second timeout. Phil called the team over and is talking to everybody right now saying, please run your offense. As they were coming down the floor, he's looking like, what do you need to do?
Yeah, Scotty took the long shot. It bangs off the rim. Luke just comes right in, picks it up, and hammers it down. He's got 8. So there's the shot missed. It was right on line. Well, we just had a visit from Joe O'Neill down here. He says that Steve Shanwell is here. The whole front office is up here cheering. He says, let's get it done tonight, guys.
The unofficial mayor of Chicago is Joe O'Neill. 53-46 now. Bulls trying to just claw their way back. But even with Milwaukee, watch that lob play. Baker likes that lob play. Passes it to the wing and goes to the bucket. Newman drives inside and puts it in. Johnny, the Charlotte game, I think, was the initial sighting of this, but teams are going right to the basket against the Bulls right now.
Yeah, you're right. Just putting the ball down and going in.
Across the floor, Michael with a fake. Baseline fadeaway, another tough jumper.
Yeah,
short.
Michael 0 for 6 now, over 7 since the first quarter. Started out brilliantly with 12 points.
55-46 is the Milwaukee lead. Terry Cummings trying to post up down low. Shot clock at 7 as Sherman Douglas has it on the wing.
Boy, does he jump into you?
Ronnie Harper right there with a rebound. Bounce and it got kicked. Kicked out of bounds. Should be a fresh 24, shouldn't it?
Yeah, that's a tough play that Harp tried to make there when you're down by 9. You want to make sure you get some good ones. And that's Michael just telling him, make sure we get a play.
Well, they're settling for Michael. It's a ball game where you've got to move the basketball. Lob pass inside. Luke off the glass and in. And Luke has come out here in the third quarter and shown some aggressive moves.
6 points in this quarter, 10 in the game.
55-48 now, the Milwaukee lead. Douglas drives into the lane, comes up short.
Might have got a piece of that.
Harper with no advantage. Slows it down. Scotty's in the corner, has it. Oops. Holding foul, I think, inside.
Oh, it's Harp and Vin Baker going at it. He stepped out. What, they got a double? No.
I think it's on Vin Baker. Yeah, I think that technical foul on Baker, yeah.
He and Harper got tangled up. I think he threw an elbow at Harp going through the middle.
He did last time. He got the rebound when they were coming up the floor, and Luke was behind him. It looked like, to me, it looked like he threw an elbow at Luke.
Well, Harp was up there facing off with him. Well, that breaks a stretch for Michael. He was 0 for 8 in this quarter. Since the first quarter, he's got 14 points, and the last point he got was a technical that was on Glenn Robinson. Well, here we go. Back to live action.
Michael with a post up down low with Newman on him. On top, Scotty. Around the 3-pointer. Nope. Michael with a tip. Luke got it. Luke over everybody. Laid it in.
Well, for Luke, he's got 8 1/4, going hard to the board. Bulls trail by 4.
55-51 now, the Milwaukee lead. Bulls putting some pressure on the Bucks. Let's see how they respond. Across the top of the circle, Sherman Douglas has been very quiet here in the third period. Vin Baker on the win. Baker, tough jumper, fadeaway. Nope, Terry Cummings kicks it out. Glenn Robinson for three. Rodman lost it. Luke comes away with it. He's doing it all right now. MJ down the floor.
Yes!
Ready for the jam.
Beautifully done.
Timeout, Milwaukee. 6 minutes, 16 seconds left in the third, and the Bulls have stormed back to trail by 2.
Okay, Luke Long is going to come up with the rebound. Now see where Dennis Rodman is? Watch this. He fires it out, and Scottie Pippen's going to get the slam, but watch who catches him as he comes down so he doesn't get hurt. That's what friends are for.
Douglas between the circles. Wanted to go to Glenn Robinson. Both playing a little deny defense now. They've switched up defensively, playing the deny. Down low, tipped away by Luke, out of bounds, and it'll be Milwaukee ball. Luke and Ellis, what's up?
Already with 3 offensive rebounds here in this third quarter. Reason why guy defending him, Vin Baker, is out chasing Jordan and Pippen for double teams. So keep an eye on Longley.
Baker with a bad shot, but it went in, just like Johnny Newman's in the first half.
Yeah.
I mean, just an absolute throw that goes down. 57-53 now, Bucks with a lead. Scotty. MJ had it knocked away. Shot clock at 8, and Michael walked. He did.
So the Bulls close it down to 2. Now it's open to 4 again, and Bulls turn it over.
Douglas calls out the play. Robinson comes out high with Scotty on him. That's the play the Bulls were trying to deny the passing lane to. Inside, Baker off the screen, and he is so good when he gets that ball facing the basket.
So he's come right back to answer the challenge, and they lead by 6 now. It's been a center against center in this quarter.
Rodman turns, looks, Michael fades out. Baseline jumper. MJ, and that's one of the better shots he's had in a while.
Yeah, that's his first basket since the first quarter. He's got 16. Bulls down by 4. Got 4:50 to go in this quarter.
Robinson, top of the circle. Cummings didn't know the pass was on its way. Baker fades out. Baseline jumper way off, and Rodman right there leads the break, gets it to MJ. Harper's a trailer. Michael had it knocked away and a foul call. Sherman Douglas over to complain to the official.
Johnny Newman picks up the hook on the play. His second. Here it is. Mike makes the crossover, and it just reached in a little bit to tap that ball away.
MJ comes around the spin, gets it on top for Scotty. Fake comes inside. Pippen, offensive foul on Scotty. He got confused, and again, it seems like the team is just trying to hurry so much, John, instead of running that offense.
Yeah.
Doing the easy thing.
Phil with his head down saying, we got the chance.
Douglas, top of the circle. You hate to keep giving a team like Milwaukee this many opportunities.
Scotty on a foul, I think. They bail him out. Again, that's a third on Scotty. He came into no man's land. So now that here comes Tony Kukoc. Tony's got to put some offense here. He had, 6 points in Cleveland Sunday. 2 3-point field goals. And you'd like to see Tony get loose here and get going.
Scotty with his third as Douglas looks inside. On top, Johnny Newman with Tony on him. Tells Vin Baker to go away. Newman, top of the circle jumper. He knew what was coming. He knew what he wanted, and he took it.
Now 6 points apiece by Vin Baker and Johnny Newman in this quarter, and they put up a 6-point lead.
Michael with a post-up, fadeaway jumper. MJ answers on the other end. 61-57 now, Bucks with the lead. Bulls have not led since early in the second quarter. Robinson, top of the circle. Terry Cummings posts up. Cummings looking for the move. Goes baseline with Rodman right there. Throws up the shot. It hits the side of the backboard. Out of bounds. Bulls ball.
I want to tell you, since Terry Cummings had those 5 for 5 in the first quarter, Dennis Rodman has now got out tighter on him and forced to put that hand in his face, and it's not been as easy shooting.
61-57. Bucks with the lead. Bulls with a chance to cut it to a pair here. Scotty top of the circle finds Michael. Luke there for the two-man game. Tip goes the other way. Kukoc drives the baseline, got cut off. Shot clock at 6 at 5. MJ for 3. Nope. Tony kept it alive. Scotty comes away with it, and it's stolen by Sherman Douglas. Douglas lobs for Glenn Robinson in the slam. And Phil wants a timeout right now. Timeout, Bulls. 2 minutes 45 seconds left in the third, and the Bucks lead it 63-57. Conference. The Hawks battle the Calgary Flames in Game 4 right here on Sports Channel next Tuesday.
Here's a steal by Sherman Douglas. He throws it up, and the big dog knocks it in. He hit 2 threes in the first quarter and has been silent till this one. Steve Kerr in the lineup.
Dennis Rodman checks out. MJ with a post up. Baker over to double teams. Luke goes hard to the bucket, and he'll get fouled. Go to the free throw line for a couple.
Robinson with his 3rd foul. So Michael in the center position. Luke is the cutter now and the recipient of a pass as everybody leaves him, but
doesn't happen very often that way, does it? Center comes out from about 20 feet. Big Luke with a couple. 63-57. Bucks with a lead. 13 in the quarter for Luke now. Or in the game. Close to 13 in the quarter. 63-59 now. Bulls come out with some pressure. Newman double team. Steve Kerr came over. Robinson down low. Keys put it up, couldn't get it. And Scotty ahead for Steve Kerr. 63-59.
There's a three. Oh, I thought he had the good look at it.
He does.
Somebody does. Michael does in connection to the outside. He's got 21. Bulls down by 1, huh, Tommy?
You betcha.
2 minutes in this quarter.
63-62. Watch for that Vin Baker lob. Baker comes across, gets it down low. With Luke on. Remember, he's got that quick shot. Baker in the lane goes up, and a foul called is Vin Baker.
It might be on Michael. Nope, Luke. Yeah, it is Michael. But what a close shot he gets to that. He moves that ball in.
It's quick feet.
No,
it's
watch.
quick
Watch
feet.
look at it. He steps in. He uses it big time, his body, and goes up to the top. Yes, sir.
Gets there in a heartbeat. It's quick feet. Almost did not make it to the ring. Minute 43 left in the third. 63-62. Bucks with a lead. So the Bulls with a chance to tie here as the Bulls bench watches anxiously with that ice cream behind them. Michael comes off the screen. Luke's got Johnny Newman on him basically. MJ will take that way off, and Keys with a rebound. That wasn't even close. Douglas directs traffic down the floor. Robinson holds the 3. Runs over Scotty. In the lane. Blocked by Luke. Second chance. Nope. And Luke with a rebound. Out to Michael. All right. Bulls with another chance to tie here. And lost it out of bounds. And it belonged to Milwaukee. Michael just cannot seem to get anything going. (64-62). Bucks with a lead. And there's the turnover story. Huge turnover story for Milwaukee.
They had only 3 in the first quarter. I mean, the first half. That's big time as well.
Douglas with 7 on the shot clock. Inside, Newman runs into Luke and throws it in anyway. A little jump hook by Johnny Newman. It's back to a 4-point Milwaukee advantage. Scotty wants the high screen roll from Lou. Long three from Pip, way off. And the ball go out of bounds and belongs to Milwaukee.
Well, the Bulls wanted 2 for 1 that time. They're going to get it. Jordan going to sit down, and Longley sits down.
See Dennis
on the season, 14.8. Career against Milwaukee, 11-2 tonight. He's up above the career and under the season.
66-62, Bucks with a lead. Douglas with it on the wing. Baker gets it down low. Kirk came over to double team for a second. Had to get back. Baker spins baseline. And here again.
Basket.
68-62. Vin Baker's answered just about every challenge the Bulls have been able to put up in the second and third period. Kukoc with the fake comes underneath, kicks it out to Harper. Tough three from Harp, hit the side of the backboard. Clock was winding down, had to get a shot off. They did. Hold on. Ron Oleksiak says we're not quite done with the third quarter.
Put on, what, 3/10? Well, the Bulls, they did not get much in the last 30 seconds. A missed 3 by Pip, a ball dribbled out of bounds by Michael, and then a throwaway. 1.1 on the clock. So now, don't let him get any closer than this. I mean, further than this. 68-62, and there's 1.1 on the clock.
Bulls got to give him some pressure here.
Let him get a pass to half court is what you can.
No basket. Nope, wouldn't have counted anyway. Now we have played 3 periods here at the Bradley Center. The Milwaukee Bucks hang on to the lead. They lead the Chicago Bulls 68-62. We're going to the fourth.
Bulls basketball.
Back at the Bradley Center and our game summary. Bulls had a pretty good start, but since then didn't play very well second quarter. In the third, Bulls came back a little bit. Leading scorers Michael with 21. Vin Baker has 22 for the Bucks. Tony Kukoc, Dennis Rodman, Ronnie Harper, Scottie Pippen, and Steve Kerr on the floor for the Bulls. Bulls just 2 of 15. Bucks not much better. 3 of 14 from long range.
And don't go away because the Bulls still have a chance to win number 70.
Sean Respert back in for Milwaukee. Kerr comes around the triple screen. Down low for Tony. Tries to back in on Terry Cummings. Tony fade away. Tough jumper and he hits. (68-64). Milwaukee has the advantage. Douglas on the wing. Cummings down the floor.
Illegal defense.
Tony was,
before they even get set up, he got illegal defense. That's the first one tonight.
That's Harper. I thought it was Tony. It was Ron Harper. Must have just been in the West. That's the first. The warning. Next one will be a T. A lot of Bulls fans here tonight. Usually the case when we come to Milwaukee. Sherman Douglas looks for the opening. Steve Kerr right in front of him. Got the steal. Can he stay up?
Yeah. Steve had to break away, and if he didn't lose control of it, they probably let him go with it. But Sherman commits the foul. He slips, and then Steve reaches in for the steal, and then he trips him. So he's trying to take the foul to keep Steve from getting down the court. So they turn it over now, down 4. Lee Mayberry in for Douglas. So they got some fresh legs in the backcourt, Mayberry and Respert.
Phil Jackson hollers out the play. Be surprised if there's 5 passes. They need to move the ball. Kerr on top, Tony. Right side, Scotty. Man in the shot clock. Scotty with a jumper. Nope. And 3 white jerseys around the ball.
A lot of perimeter, except when Luke was in there. Luke was able to get it in close. Look at this kid. Gets a good look at it.
Scotty goes for the rebound, and a foul will be called. Randolph Keys over the back picks up the personal foul.
That's 2 fouls on them. 10:51 to go here in the quarter. The Bulls again will go and try to cut this down.
Herb picks up his dribble. Now got to find somebody. Back door for Tony. Kukoc, baseline jumper short. Rebound Scotty. Tipped it. Dennis Rodman in the lane. Puts it up. Nope. Rebound Glenn Robinson. And it tipped out of bounds. Belongs to the Bucks.
That looked like they tipped it out. Dennis had the close-up shot. He said they let him tip it out.
Still a 4-point Milwaukee lead. A very low-scoring third period, and the fourth is starting just the same.
Bulls could not capitalize on them turning it over.
Keys goes right side for Reshford. Gary Cummings trying to post up. Keys with the fake, put it up, and Tony will pick up the foul.
2 shots he gets out of it too. So that's a key. They make a stop on it, and now Michael's going to come right back in here.
He hits the first. Hey, we've got a 24-hour Bulls marathon highlighting the most exciting games of the record-breaking season. You'll see the comebacks, the close ones, Michael and Magic's rematch, plus much, much more. The Bulls Championship Tour starts Sunday night on Sports Channel that Bulls fans want.
The first 2 points for Randolph Keys, who was put in the starting lineup for Benoit Benjamin.
70-64 now. Milwaukee with the lead. Kukoc pops out for 3. That one's off.
Nothing there, Mike.
Double teamed and a foul called after Dennis Rodman kept it alive.
So Michael gets to shoot a couple free throws here, but that ball will not go in for the Bulls on this end. 1 basket, that's by Kukoc. They've got 2 free throws by Keys. 9:55 to go, down by 6. Michael shooting 21 points.
Now the official stops play. Johnny Newman comes in. Glenn Robinson will sit down. Vin Baker comes back. Terry Cummings will lead.
Glenn Robinson with a look at Mike Dunleavy to his daggers coming out of the game.
(70-65) now. Very slow in the mud tempo now. Rodman tips it in.
Big basket by Dennis Rodman.
It's back to a 3-point advantage now for Milwaukee.
Dennis was, what, 15 rebounds here.
Mayberry on the wing. Vin Baker comes across looking for the basketball. They get it inside. Baker fadeaway jumper.
Dennis on him.
Bulls with a chance to cut it to 1 again. Michael down the floor. Cuts inside. Almost had it knocked away. Did. Vin Baker comes up with it. 70-67. Reshford. Baker really wants the ball down low. He and Rodman in a shoving match. Shot clock at 4 at 3. Knocked away. Loose ball. Ronnie Harper comes up with it. Bulls can again cut it to 1. And
he just hammered it from the back. Steve Kerr was pulling up for a 3. And that's their 3rd foul. Here comes Harp. I don't know if he sees him coming, but here comes Mayberry, and he reaches in. 4th team foul. He'll take the ball on the side. Baker and Rodman, good battle under here. Dennis, look at this. Look at this. The easy give go from Michael to Hart. Hart with only his first basket in the game, and we're down 1, and we got it going again here.
70-69 is the Bucks lead as Lee Mayberry has it. Glenn Robinson up off the bench. He got less rest than Michael did. Mayberry. Keys pops out. In the lane, lets it fly. Nope. Oh, rebound jam by Vin Baker.
Baker with a beautiful wrap back in. Shot is missed by Keys. Baker gets the inside.
So it's back to a 3-point Milwaukee edge. Kukoc has been very quiet tonight. On top, Steve Kerr. Kukoc posts up, kicks into the corner. Harper for 3. Whoa! We are tied in Milwaukee, 72 all. Timeout Bucks. 8 minutes and 1 second remain, and now the Bulls fans make some noise.
Get to Electric Avenue Montgomery Ward right now. Get a Sharp 27-inch stereo color TV with free TV stand for just $339. And get a Sony 8mm Handycam with Steady Shot for only $599. And get a free $50 U.S. savings bond. Or get an unbelievable free delivery on select laundry pairs. Got it?
2 points. Electric Avenue.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun 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 hey dun 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 hey dun 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 dun.
Well, the Bulls trailed by 6 a minute ago. This is how they got him back, though. They got it down to 5. Michael missed the shot. Dennis got inside and tapped the ball back in. That made it down to 3 points. And then in the next possession, they come down. Tony Kukoc fires it out to Ron Harper. He looks Baker over the top of Baker, and we got a 72-all tie.
Sherman Douglas brings it across the timeline against Steve Kerr, who's logged a lot of minutes in this game. Douglas, tough shot, long-range hit.
That was a tough shot.
A quick jumper for him, for a guy that's not used to taking those. 74-72 now. Milwaukee with the lead. It's been a long time since the Bulls have been able to claim that. Kukoc pops out again. Milwaukee playing the passing lane very well. Michael, very tough jumper. Nope, but Rodman right there for the rebound. Steve Kerr for 3.
Yes, Rodman with the big rebound, his 17th of the game, knocks it out, and Kerr with 1 basket in the first quarter.
And the Bulls have taken the lead, 75-74. Back-to-back three-pointers. Newman looks down low. Rodman comes across and picks up the foul.
Dennis picks up that 3rd foul of his. Only the, second? Here is the kick out by Dennis after getting the rebound.
Baker goes right side for Johnny Newman. 7 minutes remain, 75-74. Baker, nope, Ronnie Harper right there. Bulls with a 1-point lead. Hart brings it across the timeline. MJ gets it to Kukoc. The waiter turns, looks, and a holding foul inside. Sherman Douglas will be called for the foul. And the Bulls are now shooting free throws with 6:46 left. The Bulls will go to the line from here on out.
Ron Harper, who's come up with 5 points in this quarter. He hit a nice deuce off a return pass from Michael out of bounds, and then a big 3. He had a huge game Sunday in Cleveland. 15 points. Big-time game for Harp.
Made all of his free throws. Still calling out the defense on the other end of the floor. Harp makes both of those. He wanted full court pressure. Scottie Pippen up leading the cheers. Bucks had a tough time getting it inbounds. Now Vin Baker will bring it across. Nope, gives it back to Sherman Douglas. The Bucks get into their offense with 12 on the shot clock. Steve Kerr doing a great job on Sherman Douglas. Kicks it out on top. Vin Baker from 22.
Yes, sir. Long jumper. And these are the 2 guys that have been doing the steady job the whole game. 26 for Vin Baker.
Glenn Robinson has been almost completely shut off. He's got 8 points. Kukoc drives in, kicks it off. Rodman couldn't get it. Rebound tapped loose. And finally, Vin Baker pulls it away. Coming up on the halfway point here of the fourth quarter. The Bulls have a 1-point lead, and there we are. Tony knocks it away. 77-76, the Bulls lead the Bucks in search of 70 wins. Glenn Robinson with a quick turnaround. Way off, and Rodman right there again. The Bulls may not be playing like it, but they are in the lead. Curve for 3.
Then he got knocked down, too, and he makes it a 2. They give him 2 points on it. A long deuce by Steve Kerr.
79-76, Bulls with the lead. Mike Dunleavy calls out the play, gets what he wants. It's a high screen roll. This is one of the plays Vin Baker can run the lob on. And a holding call ought to go against Steve Kerr, and it does. That's his first and the third team foul against the Bulls with 5 minutes and 21 seconds left. Now here comes Luke, who had a great third quarter.
Well, here's the last basket they got. Here's Steve Kerr. Must have had his tootsies on the line. So Hart gets a high five all around. Tony Rodman's going to stay here with Pippen. Rodman's been the main man on the boards. Man, 17 rebounds.
Douglas comes out on top. Takes the free throw line jumper. Comes inside. Bad shot. Loose ball. Michael comes away with a rebound. MJ triple team. Bulls could have an advantage if they can get it up the floor. Got to get it across the timeline.
Michael pushed it.
10-second count.
Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Joe Forte said, wait a minute, I saw him push the ball up. And Leroy Richardson said, no, it was in the back.
Michael looking at Leroy and says, I just want you to know it's the wrong call.
Terry Cummings in for Keys. 5:03. The Bulls with a 3-point lead. The fans, the emotions are big time. There it is, and a good job by Douglas. And Michael really takes a big step here to crank it over.
Well, I've said this since the start of the second half, John. Both teams have had a number of opportunities. Cummings gets it right back to Robinson. Scotty there defensively on the big dog. And Glenn Robinson lays it in. That's a nice
easy basket, huh? That time he went from the out of bounds all the way under the Bulls, but a 1-point lead.
Pip with it up high. Luke. Nice pass.
Yes.
Got it counted in the foul. A great feed from Luke Longley to a cutting Scottie Pippen, who lays it in, and he'll go to the line.
So they've stayed a little bit more to their offense. The ball goes into Luke. He's looking for the cutters. Where are they? There's Pip. Johnny Newman on a foul, and the bench just all up on their feet. There it is.
Scotty for the three-point play. 82-78, Bulls with a lead. 4 minutes, 37 seconds. As Terry Cummings delivered a blow to Steve Kerr on that screen. That was the woo you hear from the crowd. Vin Baker pops out now with Luke on him. 7 on the shot clock. Baker goes baseline, puts it up and in.
Still too easy.
When's the last time he missed? 28 points and 10 rebounds for Vin Baker, who has made a season of double-doubles come together. 82-80 Bulls with the lead. Luke up high for the screen roll. Scotty bounces it in. MJ looks to Scotty again with a cut off the glass. Nope, and Baker right there for the rebound.
I thought that he got hammered on the play, but no call. Here they come real quickly. Cummings. He's got the big guy. He's going to jump it. Dennis, yes.
18 rebounds for Dennis Rodman.
The clock ticking away here on the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bulls still up by 2. A tough game.
3.5 remains now. Michael around the screen. Back to Luke from 15. Nope. And Rodman with another rebound.
Timeout, Dennis says. Give me a timeout. Let's talk about it.
Timeout Bulls. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left, and the Bulls lead this one by a pair. Director on Sports Channel is Jim Angio. Associate producer is Doug Stanton. Our executive producer Kathy Karp, and our vice president of programming is Mike Bogat, along with a number of other people that do a super job to bring you Bulls basketball on Sports Channel. 3 minutes, 19 seconds remain. Bulls with a 2-point lead over the Milwaukee Bucks, looking for history. Michael almost lost it again. 10 o'clock at 10. MJ, long deuce. Nope, Rodman tipped it, but Terry Cummings right there for the rebound. Milwaukee with a chance to tie now as Sherman Douglas pushes it up the floor. Under 3 minutes remain. Douglas between the circles. Has it on the right wing. On top, Terry Cummings. Cummings kicked away. Dennis Rodman right there. 82-80. We'd like to welcome our national television audience to the Bradley Center here in Milwaukee as the Chicago Bulls take on the Milwaukee Bucks on Sports Channel. The Bulls with a tight lead, 82-80. Michaels had a very tough night from the floor. MJ backs in now, fadeaway baseline jumper. Nope. Luke Longley had a huge third quarter.
Boy, both teams missing shots here. Very tense game, emotional game for both teams. The Bucks did not want the Bulls to come in here in their house and win number 70.
Coming up on 2 minutes remaining here, 82-80, Bulls with the lead.
The pressure on the Bulls to win this game might be the biggest of all year. Everybody wants them to win this. And
Robinson had it knocked away. Scotty goes down on the floor and out of bounds. They say Scotty was out of bounds, but the shot clock went off. So now how will the officials call this?
Steve Kerr comes over to help out. He's trying to call timeout, but there's
shot clock violation.
You're right, Tommy. Good call. 1:59, a tick less than 2 minutes on the clock. The Bulls trying to protect a 2-point lead. They've got the Bucks in foul trouble. Anytime they get fouled, they step to the line. The Bulls have one more to commit. But tensions.
Bulls got off to a good start, but the second quarter was huge for Milwaukee. They outscored the Bulls 24-12, their second lowest scoring quarter of the year.
I'll tell you what, you look at Phil, you wouldn't really know if they were ahead or behind. But you know this guy is trying to catch him up. Now Phil says, come on back and give him some help. Douglas put a lot of pressure on Michael last time for a 10-second violation.
Brings it across the timeline on top, Scotty. The only guy who shot well has got the ball right now, Steve Kerr. Right side, Luke. Rolls out, throw it away, and Scotty had to just reach out and grab Johnny Newman.
So all the good things that the Bulls did right now comes to a halt, a screaming halt. So Pip takes the foul. That's his fourth, but they had one to take. Luke tries to go across the middle and doesn't go with the left. He flips it out, and standing there was Johnny Newman.
Douglas with it on the left side. Vin Baker has been just awesome for the Milwaukee Bucks tonight. He's got 28 points. And they throw it away. This game has been extremely physical. If you're looking for fouls called, there have not been a whole lot. Turnovers are a huge story. The Bulls with 14. Bucks with just 8 turnovers, and I'm not talking about the second half or the fourth quarter. That's for the game.
Yeah.
Pip, top of the circle, down low. Michael, fadeaway jumper. His pan in the mood. He can't get it. Rebound tipped out. Michael comes over the back, look for it, can't pick it up. Douglas pushes it up the floor. Newman runs over Steve Kerr.
Offensive foul! Yes, sir! Steve Kerr planting himself. We said Johnny Newman has a tendency to get runaway basketball in him. 1:05 to go. 65 ticks from being the best record in basketball. Here comes Newman. Kerr standing in front. And a timeout.
We'll take it with him. Timeout call. 1 minute, 5 seconds remain, and the Bulls lead the Bucks 82-80. Welcome back to the Bradley Center. And again, we'd like to welcome our national television audience to our Sports Channel coverage of Chicago Bulls basketball. Looking for the magic number 70 tonight as the Bulls try and win more games than any team in NBA history. The Bulls lead at 82-80. We've got less than a minute remaining in the game. Luke Longley kicks it out to Tony Kukoc. Back down for Luke. Shot clock at 4 and 3. Luke puts his head down, couldn't get it, and the Bucks with a chance to tie now. Sherman Douglas brings it across the timeline. 82-80. The Bulls with the lead. Douglas goes down low. Vin Baker has done it all for Milwaukee. Baker backs in the lane. Fadeaway jumper short, and Luke right there. And Terry Cummings fouls him immediately with 21.9 seconds remaining. Luke Longley will go down for a pair of free throws with 21.9 seconds remaining. We'll take a look at it again. Baker comes in. Luke got the hand up. Now comes down with a rebound, and Terry Cummings ties him up. So Luke with a pair of free throws. 2 of 3 from the line so far. He got most of those points in the third quarter. 83-80, and a lot of black and red. A lot of Bulls fans here in the crowd applaud that one. The bench up on the baseline, expecting a win. 21.9 seconds remaining. For the ball game, Bulls 13-20, Bucks 9-15. Add one more for the Bulls, and a timeout called by the Bucks. Timeout called. The Bulls are 21.9 seconds away from history, and we'll come back and bring it to you. Both teams have 2 fulls remaining. The Bulls with 120. And our Chicago Bulls Bud Light player of the game is Dennis Rodman. What a ball game he's had. Dennis off the bench with 19 rebounds to go with 7 points. He also had 4 assists. Keys will trigger the inbound pass. Dennis Rodman right there against Keys. And he'll throw it in.
All right, Tom, tension building here with 21.9.
They get it inbound. Sherman Douglas drives down the lane. Pushed off against Steve Kerr into the corner for Johnny Newman. He'll take a block 3, and Kerr comes up with the ball. They're going to foul him. And Douglas tackles Steve Kerr on the foul. Holy Toledo.
Well, a big play. They blocked the shot, the 3-point field goal attempt, 13.4. And it's his 4th foul. It won't make much difference. Take a look at this, Tom.
Douglas brings it down. There's the push-off I talked about. Into the corner, Newman had it partially blocked. Kerr comes up with it, and third down at about 5 as Douglas tackles Steve Kerr. Look at the bench. They are so excited.
Everybody on their feet over there, Tom. The coaches are up. Everybody wanting to be part of history here. 70 wins, the most by any NBA team.
A lot of signs around the arena with number 70 on it. Steve Kerr hits the first. 85-80 now, Bulls with the lead.
Without Michael shooting these free throws, this is the guy you want at the line, 92% free throw shooter.
13.4 seconds separate the Chicago Bulls in history. He got them both. 86-80 now. The Bucks have to hurry up the floor. Douglas across the timeline. Stops. And an offensive foul on Sherman Douglas.
Offensive foul. That could be the end of it, Tom. The nail right in the coffin.
8.6 seconds remain.
The Bulls just want to make the clock run out now. They're going to walk away from here with 70 wins. Pippen holds the ball in the backcourt as it ticks down. The Bulls, 70 wins.
There it is. 70 has become a reality for the Chicago Bulls. 70 wins on the season for the Chicago Bulls. And as they come off the floor, Johnny Kerr is down at the end of the floor. He'll bring us some of the interviews.
Coach Phil Jackson with the 70 wins. You are now part of history.
Well, it's made for this ball club. I'm really proud of the organization, the ball club, to do this. We didn't have a beautiful game tonight, Red, but we got away with it.
Isn't this your type of game, though? You get in the mud, slug it out, you know you're going to play half-court basketball.
Yeah, win it with defense. That's a trademark.
All right, what to shoot for now? You rest the guys a little bit, or do you go right after it?
You bet. Championships what we're after.
Championships what they're after. Coach Jackson, Scottie Pippen. Scottie, part of history right now, baby. 70 wins.
It's great, Red. You know, it's kind of great to get this pressure off our backs. You know, going into this game, this team came out and really played us hard. And you got to give the Bucks credit. This is probably the best game they played all season, and we had to really gut it out in the second half.
Now, I was going to say, what went through your mind there in the second quarter? Very slow, 12 points. You guys didn't look like you were going to get it together at all.
Well, we knew we had to pick up the defense. I thought we allowed them too many second shots opportunity. They shot poorly from the field as well as we did, but they got a lot of second shot opportunities.
All right, you, Michael, and Dennis have been forces all year again, but today Luke Longley stepped in big time.
I think Luke played big for us. I thought Ron came in and did a great job. Steve knocked a couple big plays, threes down. And, you know, this whole team has been playing big all season, and we haven't relied on one player. It's been a team.
I know you're going for the championship now, but what does the 70 mean to you, Scottie?
It's great. I think, you know, this team really deserves to be a part of history. We've been very dedicated on this season, trying to win and go out and be focused on every game, and it finally paid off for us.
Did you think back in training camp you had a shot at something like this?
No, not really, Red. I think our main focus was to come in here and have a good season and prepare ourselves for the playoffs. But it's been extra special. It's been more than just a regular season to us.
Well, you've been extra special to watch this year. Thanks. Get in the locker room and celebrate with your team.
All right, thanks.
Reds, what a finish.
Gives them a little bit of a handshake here and 2 thumbs up. Yes, sir. The Bradley Center, the Bulls win by 4. Very sluggish type game. And let's go back to Tom Dora.
Johnny, the Bulls had a tough second quarter, an almost as tough third quarter, but came back in the fourth and made the things happen that they had to. And here it is, the NBA's all-time best record. You think we didn't have this one ready for you? The 95-96 Chicago Bulls, now with 70 wins on the season, 70-9 on the season. The Lakers, of course, had the 69-13. Now Michael goes over, and Reds, partner, what does it mean?
Well, I think it's a successful comeback for myself and for the organization. I mean, you know, last year we went through some disappointments at the end of the season, and, you know, we vowed to come back and get ourselves back on top. And, you know, this is just one step. I must admit, we didn't start the season and say, hey, we're going to win 70 games. We start the season and say we're going to win a championship. We're halfway there right now.
Are you glad it's over now that the 70 is attained?
Yeah, I'm glad. And now we can, you know, focus on the playoffs, which is the most important thing right now.
All right, get in the locker room, take a shower. Great work.
Well, Reds, a great job with the interviews. We hear from Scottie Pippen, Phil Jackson, and Michael Jordan. You hear them all on Sports Channel as the Chicago Bulls tonight have made history. You've heard all about whether or not Babe Ruth pointed to the outfield and called the home run shot. Maybe you wanted to see Babe Ruth play. You've heard about a number of great players throughout the years and a number of big games that have meant something in history of sports. Tonight you had a chance to experience it on Sports Channel. The Chicago Bulls with a record-setting 70th win, and as that sign goes down, so does the NBA record. 70 wins for the Chicago Bulls, and once again our final score, 86-80. Chicago Bulls meet the Milwaukee Bucks. Now let's go back to the studio, guys. The party is on here in Milwaukee.
All right, Tom and Johnny, thanks so much. By the way, that 6-point lead is the largest for the Bulls all game. Michael with 22 points, 9 rebounds. Pippen and Luke with 16. Player of the game, Luke Longley.
Well, along with Luke Longley, I got to go with Dennis Rodman as my player of the game also, because he had 19 beautiful rebounds and effort and defense and everything else. So I thought he set the tempo. I'm going with the red head, pink head, whatever he is today. That's what I'm going with. And also, congratulations, Bulls. Now that I sit here and think about it, 70 wins, unbelievable.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, I mean, it's sinking into me now. But before, I mean, that's unbelievable.
And it's possible they could win 73 before it's all done. They have 3 more games. Detroit on Thursday, Pacers on Saturday, then the Bullets on Sunday. Let's take a look at our Briggs and Stratton slam dunk of the game. Give it to Michael right here. Power slam. Michael with 22 points. That is our Briggs and Stratton slam of the game. And how about our Hoover play of the game? Did you get your vacuum cleaner yet?
I'm working on it. I'll do one for LA and one for here, buddy.
Luke, who really played well, gets the loose ball out. Michael, he's going to get it to Scotty. Scotty with 16 points. Bulls win by 6, 70-9. Sports Channel report up next. Win 70. First quarter, down 1. Michael makes some noise on this one. Bulls up 26-25, and they led by 3 after 1. Then Vin Baker having a big game for Milwaukee around Bill Wennington for the score. Bucks up 3 in the second. Bill trying to get his team to relax, but they're tight. Milwaukee's loose. Johnny Newman in for the running slam. Milwaukee led at the half by 9, 49-40. Second half, Luke Longley tries to provide a spark off the Scottie Pippen miss. Luke with a big slam. Luke Longley, an outstanding game. Only had 4 points at halftime, had 12 in the second half. Then look at Luke again. Crashed the boards, in for the tip. Bulls down 4. Bulls grew even closer on the fast break. Michael to Scotty, Cherry picking for the slam. Bulls down just 2. But the Bucks answer right back. Sherman Douglas on the steal. They alley-oop to Glenn Robinson. Milwaukee up 6 again. And the Bucks led after 3, 68-62. Fourth quarter, Bulls take the lead. Michael on the miss. Steve Kerr connects for 3, 75-74 Bulls. Bulls with 3 huge threes there in the fourth quarter. Stevie Kerr again nails that one down, 79-76. It was only a 2, and the Bulls keep their 3-point lead. Look at Luke to Pippen. That made it 82-78. Last chance for Milwaukee, down 4. Michael blocks Johnny Newman. Steve Kerr grabs it, gets tackled. He gets a couple of free throws, and the Bulls capture win number 70, 86-80. Bulls now 70 wins, 9 losses on the season. They've won 4 in a row. They've also won 10 of their last 11, 32-8 away from home. Michael with 22, Pippen with 16, Luke with 16, Steve Kerr, Ron Harper each with 9. The Bulls will take on the Detroit Pistons on Thursday, then host the Indiana Pacers on Saturday. Sunday is our next game on Sports Channel. It's the season finale. Bulls going for win number 73, quite possibly. It's an afternoon game. Norm and I will be here with game time at 11:30 a.m. Sunday morning. Come have brunch with us and tip off at noon. Don't forget, coming up, exclusive, live in the locker room, Bulls interviews with Lou Canellis.
Most days, this is where you'll find Dodge engineers, turning ideas into...
Milwaukee Bucks, who they'd beaten 4 straight. Mike Dunleavy doing what he could early on, all Bulls. Harper, loose ball, over his head to that Jordan guy. Slammed, and then it's Jordan leading the break. No look pass. You can look. He didn't. To Scotty. Come on. Bulls up 10-6. The Bucks were tough. Vin Baker. Ugh. Bucks by 3. Then Johnny Newman. Well, he traveled, but what the hell. Takes it in for the slam. Bucks by 9. And then here's Sherman cutting through not Georgia, but the lane, the hang, the hoop, and the foul. Bucks 49-40 at the break. Second half, the Bulls charge. Scotty misses the tray, but Luke Longley. Oh, when it counts. Bulls down by 4. Now the 4-on-1 break. Longley, Jordan, Pippen, nobody on him. Oh, he hit Dennis in the head. Bulls down by 2. Now they're down by 2, 74-72. Steve Kerr. Chicago has a 1-point lead. And then up 79-78, Longley. Pippen cutting through the lane. And the foul. 82-78 after the free throw, Chicago. Bucks down by 2, under 30 seconds. Vin misses the turnaround jumper over Longley, and it's over. It's all over. Looking hairdo. I'm sorry. Wouldn't you like to be in Chicago tonight or even Milwaukee where all this was done? Rodman, 19 boards. Jordan, 22 points. Pippen, 16 points. 70 wins in 1 year. The 70th win in Bulls franchise history did not come until their 3rd season of existence. The NBA team in Chicago in 61 and 62, which is now the Bullets, only won a total of 43 games. Amazing. Just amazing. Those are the numbers as you see them. And now the records belong to the Bulls and the Cubs and the Bears, sharing in part of this. As we said, there are very few comparisons to be made here, except that if this kind of performance was to be extended to a baseball season, a baseball team would have to win more than 143 games now. We'll have more of this game and reaction to it later on in the...
Yes, and that's really the key issue here. Tonight was a very important game, the most important regular season game perhaps in Bulls history, maybe in NBA history, but really paling in comparison to what lies ahead. The Bulls have a long road ahead and a long, tough road, as tonight proved.
Again, that's what Michael said coming off the court. He said, now it's the time for the playoffs. That's the big thing. We got to really focus on that. One thing that I will tell the fans that you couldn't possibly see by the television broadcast was the dancing that was going on by the teammates as they were watching Steve Kerr shoot those free throws. They were bouncing up and down. It reminded me of the great end of the Portland playoffs when they were dancing on the scorer's table. There was some joy, boyish joy in the Bulls tonight, and that's always exciting to see.
And, Gene, there was also some joy among Milwaukee Bucks fans, too, who hung with their team most of the way. And then when it was apparent that history was going to be made here tonight, they kind of got into it as well. We've got a lot to get into before we're finished up here at the Bradley Center. We're going to go live in the locker room. We'll also hear live from Scottie Pippen and from Phil Jackson. But right now, let's toss it back to you in Chicago, Marianne.
Okay, thanks, Tim. Well, tonight the Bulls broke a 24-year-old record. 70 wins on the season with only 9 losses. Surpasses the nearly 2.5-decade-old record held by the 71-72 Los Angeles Lakers. Now, that team had 69 wins and 13 losses for the year. And, of course, that gives the Bulls the best record ever in the 50-year history of the National Basketball Association. Jim Barry's here to show us how they did it.
They did it with heart, and all the great teams have it, Marianne. Their ball handling was a little sloppy tonight. Their shooting was off, but defense and desire lift the Bulls into the record book tonight. They had a decent start, as you saw. In fact, as you see this highlight, you look at Ron Harper getting the rebound and whipping it ahead to Michael Jordan over his head. Jordan throwing it down, but he had an off 22-point night. Milwaukee, though, dominates the offensive boards. Look at little Sherman Douglas, of all people, get the putback. There it is. The Bulls then go ice cold in the second and third. In fact, Luke Longley's 14 third-quarter points would keep the Bulls in this game. And finally, the Bulls would slog ahead. Luke to Scottie, who had a quiet 16. And you've seen it before, but it's worth watching again as the final seconds tick down. The Bulls, who had played it cool, finally show some joy over reaching a milestone. Bulls win it 86-80 and march, or maybe I should say slog, into history. But
teams in the NBA to 69 wins. Now Phil Jackson's by himself at 70. Let's join the news conference live after that 70th victory for the Bulls tonight in Milwaukee.
All game, we were a little tentative about what we were doing, and it made it difficult for us because the amount of turnovers we had the first half.
Did that surprise you that you weren't able to get pressure on the ball and being able to force some miscues on their part?
I can't hear you, Cheryl. Is that you talking back there?
Yeah. The miscues that they were unable to, you were unable to force on Milwaukee, that seemed to be a key throughout the 3 quarters until the end.
Yes, that was really the problem with our basketball game, is that we weren't able to get them to turn the ball over. They had great ball possession. Sherman Douglas, their guard core, handled the ball well, got the shots they wanted. Having 3 turnovers at halftime, is really not something that we pride ourselves on. The second half, our defense was a lot better, and particularly down the stretch when things got tight. That's the reason why this team wins, is that they know how to play together defensively and come up with the big plays.
Phil, it seemed like it was 82-80 forever for the last 3 minutes in there, just a struggle of stops. Did you think maybe that'd be the final score?
Yeah,
was going?
I did. I thought the final score was probably going to be 82-80 after we laid there for about a minute, and no one seemed to want to make a basket, and we just couldn't seem to get a good shot. And the shots we were getting just weren't going in. Our defense did step it up at that time, and I thought we played well, and obviously they played good defense too.
Michael Jordan added tonight that he thought we didn't really play our kind of basketball. It was an 86-80 final, this Bulls' 70th triumph of the season. We hope to hear from Jordan and Scottie Pippen later on in the live news conference that is ongoing at the Bradley Center.
For more on their reaction to the game and the Bulls' big win, let's go live to Milwaukee once again and Larry Menti. Larry?
I'll tell you what, there were as many Bulls fans here tonight as there were Bucks fans. We have some... They understand that I'm on now. We have some excited Bulls fans here right now. You could tell something exciting was going to happen all night long. When 300 people show up in Milwaukee just to cheer a bus, you know something special is going on.
It's a one-in-a-lifetime thing. You'll be telling your kids about it. No one's ever going to win 70 games again.
History was for sale outside the Bradley Center for up to $1,000 a ticket. And nobody was more excited than the scalpers.
Jordan's in town! Hey,
Jordan! But for most, price didn't matter, and neither did dignity for that matter. It was a night to let your hair up. Thousands crowded the doors to be the first to get inside.
What price immortality? Only 150.
The ticket collectors parted the Red Sea of Bulls fans who immediately stormed the poor program vendor. Programs were sold out in a half an hour.
This is
history. This is absolute history. You can't ask for anything better than this. This collectible will go down with everything.
But history decides its own dates, and early on it seemed as if tonight wouldn't be the night. It's enough to make a Bulls fan cry.
I hate it when the Bulls lose, especially when it's going to be their 70th win.
Yeah, I think it'll get better. I'll bet you. It's real early in the game, don't you think?
Yeah.
So you can wipe the tears away. Still, if optimism alone can carry the night, there were enough Bull fans inside to change the course of history.
I don't like the score. I'm nervous. I want to be a part of history. I want it tonight.
And she got it tonight. And now all these Bulls fans need to know is how to get home. Directions home?
You take Route 70, don't exit until you get to 73.
And take a little piece of history with you. Live in Milwaukee, I'm Larry Menti, Channel 2 News. Marianne?
Not to doubt that, fan Larry, but check your map before you leave.
Very next part of the season.
Congratulations, Ronnie Harper, who came up big time defensively. Let's now get it to Michael Jordan, who's meeting with the media.
For myself,
to win 70 games, we started out to win a championship, and I think that's still our motivation. It's just so happened that we've had some success very early and some dominance very early, and here we are at 70 games. And I know many questions are going to be asked is, what is the meaning of 70? How does it feel, and how does it affect the team? I can save you guys the trouble of asking the question. I think quite naturally it's going to take some time for this to sink in, because we've been pretty much motivated for winning the championship, which is still our intent, but we just never really wanted to put so much emphasis on winning 70. I think after the time's over with and after we win a championship and have time to look back, 70 games is going to mean a lot, but right now it's just one of those goals and those achievements in the course of a year that we must pay praise to and be very happy that we have achieved it, but we must still stay focused to try to win a championship.
Over your first half, how much do you attribute that to the pressure of winning this game?
Well, it was a very ugly game, but sometimes ugly is beautiful in a sense, and I think we came out and put a lot of pressure on ourselves to try to end the whole 70 concept right here in Milwaukee. Sorry, Milwaukee, but this is the best opportunity for us to end it was right here, and we kind of put some added pressure on ourselves, and we really didn't seem fluent in rhythm as a team. Everyone tried to do what they could to carry the load, and we ended up making it a lot harder. And Milwaukee came out with nothing to lose. They've played us well in the past, and tonight wasn't any different. They played us extremely well, and we had a dogfight in the second half. Defensively, we stepped up our pressure a little bit, and we were able to slow them down offensively. And our offense really wasn't clicking, but we made some big shots.
In the moments right after the game, after the final buzzer, what were your emotions then? Did you savor that more than you thought you would have, or not?
Well, it was a sigh of relief, because everyone put so much meaning in terms of into the 70, then a little bit more than what I put into it. I'm happy, believe me. I'm not disappointed at all. I'm very happy we achieved this. Now, if 70 means you guaranteeing us a championship, then I'll be even more happier. But we know that pressure adds from this point forward, because we have put our names in the history books, and I think that's great. But I want to continue to do that with the final piece of this puzzle, which is the championship. So my emotion was a little bit different. I mean, I really didn't have the same effect as winning a championship.
You got a lot of accomplishments. How does this rank along with some of the other accomplishments?
It's hard to rank it right now. I mean, it's so early, and I want my $5, Vin. It's so early to even try to compare the two, or all the things that I've done. 70 games is a great record to have been a part of, but to say that it's above the championships and the world championships and the national championships and the gold medals, it's too early to compare that.
Mike, in a normal season,
Jackson, after you guys clinched home court, you would have backed off a little bit on the minutes and rested for the playoffs. Are you at all concerned at how hard you guys have to go to the range down the stretch?
No, I'm not concerned. I think it's been a good test, a good motivation for us for the finishing of the season. I think it's kept us in sharp condition. A lot of times when you capitalize on your opportunities of winning the division, home court advantage, and all the different things that we won, you tend to relax. Well, in this way, we can stay sharp, and I imagine my minutes will diminish a little bit now, being that we accomplished this. But I want to remain playing because I think that's important to have game rhythm and game sharpness.
Mike, can you talk about what Real had to do to get you guys to win 7 games?
Well, I think, he mentally he challenged us in all different ways, and that wasn't every night. We're mature and adult players, and some of us are veterans to a point where we know how to get ourselves motivated. But when we went through stretches where we really had tough times motivating ourselves, he was very good at giving us a challenge and pushing us when we needed to be pushed. And I think he has so much respect of all the players that you don't have too much rebellious attitudes. It's acceptance. It's a constructive criticism that we accept from Phil, because we feel he's a great leader, and we're willing to go out and fight for him as well as for ourselves.
You guys are completely casual at Cleveland when you guys jumping around the dressing room here.
There's a lot of cigars passed around. I think we were very reserved a little bit. We know this is not the ultimate goal. We didn't want to get overboard in terms of our success and how we share that or experience it. But I think, if we win a championship, you'll see a much more enthusiastic party, believe us.
Michael, I know you say that 70's not important until you win a 4th title, but if you could rank it right now, and don't give me the answer, I'm going to have to wait till the end of the season, if you could rank 70 wins right now among all of your accomplishments, the top 10, where would it go?
Depends on what accomplishments you're talking about. I got quite a few. Well, of my top 10, first championship is probably one. Want me to go down the list? You got a pencil, pen? The first championship is probably number 1, World Championship. Then my National Championship. Then my Olympic, '84. Then the second championship, NBA. Third, NBA. Then the second gold medal. And then draft day. And then 70 wins, I guess. So as you see right now, I really don't see the importance until I step back and look back and say, hey, man, that was a major accomplishment. It's so early right now. The pressure's added now that we won 70 games, that we have to win a championship. If we win a championship, when we win the championship this year, I'm pretty sure it's going to rank right up in the top 3. Excuse me?
How gratifying was to hear the crowd applause as it was a home game for you up here in Milwaukee?
It was very similar to a home game. I'm sorry, Milwaukee. We had a lot of fans, and I knew it felt like we were playing at home, but it was gratifying no matter where we did it to get it over and done with. And at least some Chicago people saw us. We can go back home in our own beds and celebrate with our families and and their kids, and I'm looking forward to that.
Do you think that this accomplishment, combined with all your others, vaults you over the Johnsons and Birds and Russells and Chamberlains and all that?
No, because I think that's something that I really can't say can be established. Each one of us play in our different eras, with different teams, with different levels of success, and to compare all of them and say one's better than the next, it's an unfair justice to the art, or to the artists. Being that Magic Johnson, Wilt Chamberlain, all the guys before me were the artists of this game of basketball, and we've all learned from them, and we've improved the picture to a certain extent. And to say that one improvement is better than all of it, it's an unfair assessment.
You've been saying you can't wait till 70's over because the media will finally get off your back. Realistically, with the playoffs right around the corner, you think we're going to go away?
At least we got a week. couple weeks, you know, which is probably the biggest breather we've had in a while. So I know it's not going to be a bigger story at 71 as it was at 70 or 72 or 73. So, and then we got a week in between the playoffs and then the season. So we at least have a breather from you guys. We know it's going to heat back up and the pressure is going to increase. And I think with the breather, we be ready to answer some of the stupid questions that we're going to get.
The fact that this game was such a struggle, and does that sort of emphasize how difficult amassing 70 wins is?
Well, I think it was a good test for us. We knew there was a lot of pressure surrounding the game. Well, in the playoffs, it's going to be a pressure surrounding each and every game. We didn't deal very well with the pressure tonight. And I think that's a learning experience that we must take away from this game. And next time we're put in this predicament, we have something to draw back upon and hopefully have a better result and a better game.
Last question.
How concerned are you about Scotty?
How concerned am I about Scotty? Physically, I think Scotty has... I think the problem with Scotty right now is the mental as well as the physical of getting his rhythm back. When you miss 5 games or 6 games, a big hunk of a season in a sense, you don't just come back and play at that level that you left. And I think, you know, he's kind of similar to where I was when I came back last year. You know, you're trying to put so many great minutes in such a short amount of time, and you know, it's a matter of just getting his mind, the mental and the physical back on the same page. You know, he missed at least a couple weeks, maybe 10 days, and that's a lot of time to be missed and try to come back to that level. And you know, it's going to take some time for him to get back to the level of basketball. And what we have now is 2 weeks to get that back. And I think it's going to be enough time for him to recover physically and mentally to get back in sync with himself.
A little more difficult out there than you would have liked, wasn't it, Pip?
It was. I mean, you got to know that you guys brought a lot of hype to this game, and that the Bucks was going to step up their play. And they've always been a tough opponent for us, not just today, but they always come out and, you know, play us hard.
Early on, what happened? It seemed like you guys had trouble getting in your offensive sync. It actually looked like you guys were the ones that were maybe a little bit tense.
Well, I think it was. You know, I think we were anticipating coming out and walking in at half with a 10 or 15-point lead, and, you know, everything reversed against us. But, you know, we knew what we had to do the second half, and especially going into the fourth quarter. Phil said, you know, I like the unit out on the court. I want you guys to go out there and get it done. And, you know, we just kept trying to plug away at them, and, you know, we kept getting it to 4 and to 2, but, you know, we never could gain the lead, but finally we was able to step ahead of them.
I know you've said personally you've enjoyed this season more than any other in your career, and now that you've hit that 70-win plateau, what does this mean to Scottie Pippen?
It's a relief. You know, I'm glad to be a part of history and feel like that, you know, I'm a part of one of the greatest teams to ever play in this league, and I think there's some great players on this team who are well deserving of that honor.
Scotty, even though you said that this was maybe just another game, or you tried to approach it like that, you could tell down the stretch that this meant a little more to you and really everyone, and especially with the celebration on the court there.
Well, definitely. I mean, I think the hype and anticipation over the last couple of days has just been growing tremendously, and I think for us, the team, we just tried to stay focused and look at this as just being a game and not, you know, as if we won a title or something. But you know, it's just great to get it over. It's great to get it behind us, and you know, now we can start looking forward to the playoffs and start thinking about 70 games.
Cigars around the locker room? Courtesy of who?
Where? Cigars?
You didn't get yours yet?
Nah.
Scotty, would you like to play fewer minutes now?
I would. I mean, I think that's something that, you know, I'm going to look at over the next few days. And, you know, I think not just myself, but as well as Michael, who's, you know, been tremendous.